Welcome back, everybody. This is Mike Brenner coming to you with the Brenner Blast and the Brenner Breakdown for Tuesday, May 8th. First and foremost, family is first. Brenner started late in life. I have a 5-year-old daughter that turned 6 today, so I want to do a special shout out for Megan. Happy birthday. I love you, pumpkin. All right, guys, let's get into it. Again, we got a lot of action going on today, except for NHL. There's no NHL. Last night, very interesting night in basketball. We were 2-0 on our video picks. We had the Sixers on that first half, and that's the importance of grabbing those lines when they first come out. It was 3.5. That thing jumped all the way up to 4.5, and even some spots 5. So we covered that by a half a point, and then also we had a big win in Major League Baseball. We had them Houston Astros, baby, finally letting those bats explode, and boy, did they explode. 20 hits and 16 runs last night. On the paid picks, we were 1-1. We had the Sixers on that first quarter. They had it covered and gave up a hoop that stopped that one. But then we absolutely pounded it with Cleveland on the first half. Speaking of, oh, by the way, okay, we were 3-1 and 4-2 on Sunday. So we're 7-3 combined in the last 10 between the video picks and the paid picks. So that's pretty sharp. 3-1 yesterday, 4-2 on Sunday. All right, guys, 7-3 last 10. I'll take that any day of the week. I feel the momentum picking up here for the remainder of the playoffs. And speaking of playoffs, Toronto Nation, man, you see what I'm talking about, right? I think there's no doubt in my mind. I mean, when you're getting 5 points out of Lowry, 13 out of DeRozan, all right, what's got to change there, guys, is those two got to go. I don't think that they could even start on any other team in the NBA. And I mean that with all due respect. This is a very bad team. I still think what my friend said was right. This team must have somehow slipped away and played 25 to 30 of their games against Division II schools in college this year to get that #1 seed, because that was nothing but a bad team throughout the playoffs, and they proved it once again. Got to go, Toronto Nation. Either get out of basketball or find a new coach and find some players that know how to play. I mean, Fred VanVleet, let's get real, guys. Man, I'm just letting it out. A little bit frustrated, but if I was a Toronto fan, I would absolutely be calling my congressman. Like I said, we need a team. Unbelievable. No excuse for a #1 to bow out like that. No excuse whatsoever. So throw it on me. I'll take it, because there's no excuse that's going to make it work. Kyle Lowry and DeRozan, are you kidding me? Anyway, Toronto, it's done. Go back home. It's just another year. I feel sorry for the fans, though. I really do. They deserve better than that. But you got to get that Drake off that team, man. He haunts that team is what he does. All right, now that I got that out of the way, all right, let's talk about some games. We got baseball. Miami at the Cubs. This is what kills me. Miami's sending one of its best pitchers on the mound, Arena. All right, they're playing at Chicago. The Cubs haven't even announced who they're pitching, and the line is set at -240. I don't know if it's because what happened yesterday, because the Cubbies' bat certainly came alive, but we'll get back to that and figure it out. No call on that. Then you got Cleveland at Milwaukee. Corey Kluber on the mound, 5-1. He's the only consistent part of that team this year so far. Cleveland playing 500 ball. They've got to start picking up momentum. Again, Kluber going up against Wade Miley, who is 1-0. He won his Milwaukee debut. They picked him up this on the offseason. So we'll see what happens. That one, Cleveland favored -170. We do have a baseball pick. Seattle at Toronto. Paxton on the mound against Stroman. Stroman finally got a decent game under his belt, but he's really been struggling. Paxton, he had some struggles early on. He had 16 Ks last time out and got a no decision. He's regaining his form. That's got to be a little frustrating. I think they came out tonight at Toronto and get it done. Pull that trigger, baby. Seattle on the first half money line -125. That's our baseball pick. Seattle first half money line -125 with Paxton towing the rubber, baby. All right, NHL. All right, yeah, two road victories last night as the Capitals win the series in overtime and finally stop that Pittsburgh jinx. 7 consecutive series losses to the Penguins. Wow, they shed that weight. Now maybe the Caps can go on and finally capture a Stanley Cup. Been a long time. I think they could do it. Nashville Predators. All right, remember this team was in the finals last year. We're on the brink of elimination. Went to Winnipeg last night and shellacked them, baby. Got that win 4-0, forcing a Game 7 back at home. My God, I could see the yellow in that crowd right now. Again, no hockey tonight. There won't be any more hockey until Thursday. We will be on top of that. All right, NBA, two games games, baby. Could be closeout games. New Orleans at Golden State. Right now, the line is minus 11.5. The total is sitting at 227 or 228, somewhere in there. Houston, that line is sitting at 12.5, and that total is at 207.5. All right, Golden State, they know what time it is, and nobody can tell me that they didn't watch what Cleveland did, because I don't think Boston's going to have a shot in hell in slowing Cleveland down. I just don't see it. I think they're getting tired. They're getting a little bit banged up. They got one of the best coaches in NBA, bar none. Brad Stevens will be one of the, if not the best coach, he is one of the best coaches, but you can only do so much with the talent that you have. Cleveland picking up steam at the right time. It seems like they do it every year, so we'll see what happens. But Golden State and Houston, I'm telling you, these teams are watching what everybody else is doing as well. All right, they want to get some rest. We'll see what happens. I've got one play in the NBA on the free pick video, and we're going to pull that trigger, baby, with the Houston Rockets on the first half minus 6.5. There's 3 different books that are hanging 6.5, so I like that line right there. I think that's pretty sharp, because Utah's going to come out swinging. They got to. They're not Toronto, okay? Utah is not Toronto Raptors. Utah will come out and actually play like a basketball team, all right? So Utah will probably try to put up a fight. Can they? I don't know. Houston got a lot of people, a lot of doubters saying, man, here we go. Harden's back to his old playoff ways. You know, a lot of that emotion and momentum plays into this. That's why I love these picks. All right, guys, only 2 picks today. In baseball, we're pulling that trigger. Seattle with Paxton on the mound on the first half money line, minus 125. And in the NBA, we're riding those Houston Rockets, baby, in the first half, minus 6.5. Hey, hit me up, MikeBrennerSports@gmail.com for my private paid picks. We're doing well, guys. We're getting ready to have one hell of a week running into the weekend. I've got 2 calls tonight in NBA. One of them's going to blow your mind. Totally something I don't usually touch, but I'm all over it, and I love it. So make sure you hit me up, MikeBrennerSports@gmail.com. All right, guys, let's have a great day. Again, Toronto Nation, it's nothing personal. I'm frustrated for you. I've never been a Raptors fan, except back in the day when Vince Carter played. I used to enjoy watching that, but I just don't know how an organization settles for mediocrity year in, year out, year in, year out. Mediocre players, mediocre coach that I think is definitely in the wrong business. So we'll see what happens, but had to let that out. Toronto Nation, it ain't nothing personal. It's just, I remember a couple years ago, I had all kinds of people hitting and hating on me about Toronto. They're so this and that. Well, nothing's changed, baby. Nothing has changed. Let's have a great day. Again, a big birthday shout out to my daughter who turned 6 today. I love you, pumpkin. All right, let's have a great day, guys. Bet responsible. Beat your bookie. Build that bank with Brenner. And don't forget that Brenner Blast and that Brenner Breakdown is coming to you, baby.